You're listening to Right After Wrestling on the Score on Sirius Channel 158. My name is Ardo O'Cal, and joining me on the line is one of the greatest WWE superstars of all time, now embarking on his new project entitled Shawn Michaels McMillan River Adventures. It'll premiere next month on the Outdoor Channel. Here to talk all about it is the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And Shawn, I found it very interesting a couple days ago, obviously TMZ becoming this brand new source for all things wrestling all of a sudden. I go to the website, and the first thing I see is this big headline that says, WWE legend Shawn Michaels, animal killing machine. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, you know, I mean, I guess it's better than, the Nick Nolte mugshot, or I haven't had a mugshot in over 2 decades. I don't do drugs. I don't cheat on my wife. I have not been arrested lately. So, I guess, you officially make it when you're on TMZ. So I can consider myself now a bona fide celebrity.
So let's talk about the project. Shawn Michaels McMillan River Adventures. It's on the Outdoor Channel. You were in, in the same country, but still very far from Toronto, up in the Yukon. Just tell us about the whole experience and how your hunting fares compared to your days in the ring.
Well, obviously, they're different, certainly, but I do a fair amount of traveling. Hunting's just something that I've enjoyed over the years. It's something that I used to do, on the little time that I had off for my WWE schedule, and now obviously, it's something that I get to do on a more regular basis. I like, I like seeing the more rural parts of our country and the world, places that I haven't seen before. And it's one of those things. And I guess it's one of those things that people did not know about me, and and obviously they don't. We don't go into our diet, while we're on TV. But my family and I have eaten wild game for many years. It's a lifestyle that we enjoy living, where we find ourselves as a family going more back in time than going forward. We recently bought a ranch, and we just sort of enjoy, living on the land. We're going to be raising chickens for eggs and things of that nature. For heaven's sakes, my wife wants to get a milking cow, and, we're going to be starting our own garden. And it's just something that, that we enjoy doing. We like to find out if we can sort of be self-reliant, so to speak. But that all of that notwithstanding, hunting is something that I've done for many years. It was one of those catalysts that just sort of helped impact and change my life for the better many years ago, and I've enjoyed it off and on since that time, and obviously now I get to do it on a full-time basis.
Obviously, you don't have to give too much away in terms of the format of the program, but what can fans look forward to when they watch this show of yours, Shawn Michaels McMillan River Adventures?
Well, I tell you, one of the things, we have, made a commitment not to do your traditional outdoor television show. It's more of an outdoor lifestyle show, but it's also going to be incredibly entertaining. There are, I've prior to this, I've had one other job, and it was being a WWE superstar. There's going to be, there's going to be a fair amount of footage from that. The first show, touches on the Hall of Fame. We're going to have there is a DX reunion in the works right now, also. And it's going to be an incredibly entertaining show. It's going to be unlike anything else, that's been done in outdoor television, and certainly on the Outdoor Channel. And I have no doubt that probably, much like people did not like my style at one time, the traditionalists, the purists, many years ago did not like me changing the style of the way that I wrestled. That I will probably get a lot of flack from the purists in this line of work too, which obviously I'm no stranger to, but I think the show is going to be a lot of fun.
I know that Triple H likes to take opportunities to rib you, when, especially the Hall of Fame ceremony speech, at any opportunity. So I guess maybe you can take a jab at him here. What kind of for lack of a better term, what kind of hunter do you think Hunter will make?
Yeah, Well, I mean, he doesn't know which end of a rifle that he's supposed to shoot from. So I mean, that's going to be the first part. Well, obviously, it's his first endeavor. Usually, when you want to, if you want to start somebody out, you want to take them out for something fairly, fairly free and easy and a little more relaxed, like bird hunting, or even a whitetail hunt. So I thought the best thing that I could do for him over all the years of supporting me and being such a good friend to me is take him on an alligator hunt for his first hunt.
Doesn't sound like too much fun.
Might as well go after one of the deadliest animals alive and stick a crossbow in his hands, stick him on a boat in the middle of the night in the swamps of Florida and see how he does.
Wow. I can't wait to tune in for that episode and all of them as well. Shawn Michaels, McMillan River Adventures is the name of the show. I do want to get into some of your career questions, Shawn, switching gears here. I had a chance to speak with Chris Jericho recently, and we actually talked about your rivalry with him in 2008. And he said that for any aspiring wrestler, there should be a textbook made of that rivalry, and they should read that rivalry from start to finish, or that they should at least watch it from start to finish, because in his opinion, it was one of the best constructed rivalries of all time, let alone his. He says it's definitely the best of his career. I wanted to get your thoughts on that interaction with him in 2008 as well.
Well, and that's one of the things that he was talking about it while we were doing it, and certainly at the end of it, he said, geez, we need to, they need to do a DVD of this and make this. Chris and I we just enjoy. I mean, we are two guys that just thoroughly love working with each other. We're both very similar in how we go about, our creative process. And we're two guys. We push each other, we challenge each other, and we enjoy every second of it. And I think probably the greatest thing about that rivalry was that no one really had a game plan. It was sort of something that just came about. It wasn't planned. And each week we had absolutely no idea where we were going forward to. And Chris and I would just sort of get together and just go through this process. I mean, he and I spent, countless hours in the writers' rooms and things of that nature. We would talk in addition to that during the week every now and then. We'd touch base. But, we just, he and I are, again, I don't know, and I don't know if you can hear it in our voices when either one of us talk about working with each other, but it's just one of those things. We really enjoy working with each other because we go about things the right or the same way. And, we liked, knocking ideas off each other, and we just sort of came up with it piece by piece, slowly but surely. And the more we did that, the better it seemed to get. And, it's easily, one of, the most special storylines I've ever done, because it lasted so long. It was intriguing. I thought it was intellectually stimulating also. It wasn't sort of very basic good guy, bad guy. I mean, holy cow, the good guy was the one that was lying, and the bad guy was the one that was telling the truth. And Chris did such a phenomenal job, because he could have easily, turned the tables on me, but he enjoys being the bad guy, and he played it perfectly. And I think it had depth to it, and I think that's what that made it so special. I mean, there were some amazing subtleties, in everything that we did, and Chris and I like to do that. We like to, even say the word "the" with a certain look in your eye, so that people are going, "Oh, no, what do you mean by that?" You know what I mean? I mean, so we really tried to make everything, mean something, and it was. I mean, it's I hate to really sit there and toot our own horns, but it was a lot of fun to do, and of course, I enjoy the creative process anyway. But doing it with Chris, the guy that enjoys it as much as I do, was a blast.